Today we're going to talk about provoking technique when uh, most of the time you provoke pawn moves forward and then it creates weak squares. An example, if pawn move to h3, yes, I cannot draw arrows yet, but maybe it will change. Yeah, so an example, imagine pawn move to h3, so diagonal weaken, yes, g3 square weaken automatically. There is the hook, if you can move the pawn or attack h3 pawn directly from your bishop. g2 square also potentially weaken because it's uh, uh, it's harder to play g3. g3 square is weaken, I said it, and an example, if he plays h3, if he plays g3, there is already rook takes g3 and queen takes g3. If he plays g3, obviously f3, h3 squares are weakened. If he plays g4, two moves forward, so f3, h3, h4, f4 are weak, and also hooks h5, f5, and so this is if opponent move pawn. An example, sometimes you can provoke piece to move somewhere. An example, if you provoke rook move forward, you disconnect rooks, you create background weakness, and if you disconnect rooks, so there is more tactical opportunities to attack another rook. But most of the time, provoking technique is concerning with the moving pawns forwards, your opponent overextend, create weaknesses, and you slowly then, or not slowly, use it in positional understanding. There are more examples, but let's dive into the puzzle. So what could I see from this puzzle? Let's first start from slowly to try to get maximum from one puzzle and evaluate the position first. We can notice the kings, and the kings are basically not safe both because there are open files, diagonals to this king. Yeah, we can notice all these diagonals that are making these diagonals also. If you will, weak squares, of course, around the king, and the ways to get there. So the horse jumps, the bishop ways, and the rook, of course, which is already on the open file, and many pieces has potential to attack the king, while there are not much defenders. Yeah, so we need to check king escapes in this situation, etc. And counterplay most importantly, because most likely it's about counterplay, because simply the king is not safe here. So what about black skin? It's also can be attacked by but white has no dark square bishop, so it's very hard to attack the king without dark square bishop, because king always can run away by a dark square. So we need to notice it. Also, there is also files close to the king. Yes, there is also weak squares, but it's not much because black has many minor pieces which are defending the king well. So it seems like black kings looks very relatively safe. Let's say. It seems it can just move. Has many squares on the dark squares, and it's not dangerous because black control dark square bishop. And quickly evaluate material here. I don't dive deeply in pieces potential, but black has a bishop for the rook, but it's dark square bishop, which perfect defender and perfect attacker on this diagonal, which is at most of the time this bishop equal the rook at very least. So in these types of position, we are very happy to sacrifice the rook for dark square bishop. Most of the time it leads to win. Yeah, and this bishop, let's assume this bishop is stronger than the rook in these types of positions. Dark square bishop. Black has rook and pawn, but as we said, this bishop stronger than the rook, so it's even equal material if we just move pieces around. Black has powerful center, powerful pieces, and nice king's placement. So if you just play the game, it's very good position for Black. Why is it not winning? The question is. So the question was, of course, I quickly understood it's about prophylaxis. So White must have some ideas to save the game, because there is also rook h8 directly attacking h2. So first candidate idea, which is obvious, attacking the queen, attacking h2. And I started to check for options, like there is let's count the position, like this open file, rook has potential to join. There is these ideas, this open file we scan, we see all these pieces for pieces on the file, C file with the king there. There is potential open file, activate the rook from the starting place, B file also, and D file also very important. So there is some tactical attention. Also sixth rank, where we can scan it. This bishop and this diagonal is also looks nice. At very least, you need to notice diagonals, because let's say on this diagonal, we have many pieces. On this diagonal, we have many pawns and king. On this diagonal, we also have some targets, like yeah, b5, a6, let's say, and this diagonal also notice, because 1, 2, 3, yeah, these diagonals you need to see all for this bishop. So this bishop has great potential. Yeah, there is no dark square bishop, so it's an issue, because difficult to attack dark squares. And I looked for the opportunities like this to create counterplay to hit 94, hit 95, 94, and one of the variations I quickly spot, like rook h8, I checked 94 bb5, and I after a while I understood there is queen e5 after 94. It's just over. GG, why not? And I started to concentrate on bb5, and after ab, I saw this idea knight takes d5, with the idea queen d5, queen h8, bh8, rook takes d5. Yeah. But there is nothing, because bd5. So yeah, and even pieces on one file is still 3 pieces for the no three pieces for 2 rooks. Yes, wait. Yeah, yeah, 3 pieces for 2 rooks. Yeah, like let me show you. Like, not all of you can catch it. So rook h8, I check bb5. So takes. My idea were to play king b6, and then what did I think? 95. Yeah, if queen d5, that is queen h8. Idea if b d5, if b d5, that is d4 thanks. Yeah, so queen d5, idea of queen h8, if I remember correct. Yeah, 2. No, it's winning. Yeah, it's winning. Yeah, it's just winning. Yeah. What was the point? Yeah, I remember this position. Yes. And I spent quite a lot of time here to spot the idea. Yeah, this is the point. This is the key point here, queen d5, and I did not immediately see queen d2 with double attack to d4 and d5. Yeah, this is the key, actually key position. So queen move to d5, queen h2. This one I saw in my calculation, and I didn't like it, because now queen e5 idea, queen d4 idea, and it seems good position for white. And this was critical line, which I didn't like. And then I decided at some point, and decided, okay, I use elimination pattern. And let's see, like, do I have another move? I checked another moves, and I didn't see anything. Also, rook h8 the move. He played bb5. Yes, and then I saw the idea, which I checked initially, king b6, but I didn't like knight d5. Yes, and I saw the idea knight d5, king e7. Why is it not winning? Yes, and it's kind of, yeah, if I take d5, yes, but I'm not forced to take. We don't play checkers, we play chess. Yeah. Yeah, if I take d5, it's kind of and there is this idea with queen d2. If I play king e7, there is no this idea. I thought it's winning, and because I spent quite a lot of time, I didn't put enough efforts. I didn't put enough efforts here to refute it, and the knight from d5 is supporting f4 square. So now interference to this diagonal, which we, by the way, need to notice by scanning. When we scan, we see not only way to attack on this diagonal, we also see the way to interfere this diagonal. And after queen f4, white not just find it, but just winning. Yeah. Okay, and this one I missed, and I played it, and I lose the game. But I also noticed during my calculation, I noticed the idea of king b6, 94, 25 is winning. I noticed a b. I didn't like king b6 because of queen d5, king queen d2. But I also decided not calculate king c5 here, because multiple options before knight a4, and it seems just, and 94 also, and it seems just like not. I said myself, okay, if it's king c5, okay, I forgive myself, because it's not. Most of the time it won't work, and I need to check too many ideas, and it's just looks not realistic here, like this. And but the point was, like, after king c5, like the beauty of this position, yeah, king c5 was the right move. Yeah, the idea were to like 94, 94, 94 also don't work for exactly reasons, like, but I obviously don't like mm, don't like this position. Yeah, like king b5, c4, and it's just uh winning for black, yes. But another point, which is before, which I also saw and didn't want to play, I didn't notice king. I did not think about this idea, like go forcing back, like before, because basically, if I bring pawn to b4, yes, she has one more attacking power, and my king has no squares. She has more attacking power, and my king has no squares. Of course, I noticed this hangs if I provoke before, but what did not I notice? Yes, after before, it's self-blockade. After before, he cannot play queen a5 anymore. So this diagonal closed. That's why it's provoked. This is quite nice. When I saw before king b6, I understood, well, because I saw queen d2, I understood, well, this pawn blockade in the a5 square. And now after knight d5, queen d5, queen d2, there is no queen a5 threat. And it's just a good position. A1 is also hangs. So this was a real solution, and this is quite nice provoking pattern when we provoke pawn move and also move forward, move backward to close diagonal, which is which is quite quite beautiful. Yeah, this puzzle impressed me. And what is it? The question is it practical in reality to calculate in real game king c5 here? By the process of elimination, if there is no another options, I probably can think about it. But in a real game, I give opponents multiple options to continue. It's not what I want at very least. So it's very hard to, unless it's very clear for me, unless I clearly know this pattern to close this diagonal, yes, and I rely on this pattern. I wouldn't calculate it. But if I clearly know the idea, I provoked before with the idea to cut the queen from 25. I have chances, yes. Yeah, but the point of this puzzle is to see the beautiful idea, provoke pawn move to close diagonal for the queen. Yeah. Yet in real game, I don't think I really will calculate king c5 much. I prefer to eliminate faster, which is quite human and logical, but in maybe in classical game, I can consider more colorful than king c5, which I also doubt, which I also doubt, to be honest. And unless I clearly know what am I trying to get at the end, this position, like before king b6 and queen can't go to a5, and unless I don't know my final target, most likely I will skip it. But this is candidate move. Basically, if you focus on just candidate moves, this is candidate moves, and this is elimination. So it's quite easy to find it by there is just two moves, and easy to find it by relying on candidate moves and elimination pattern. Yeah, like this. Okay. But I actually played, like I actually blundered queen f4. So I actually played king b6 with idea knight d5, king f7, but I missed queen f4. So this is if there is no this trick, black is winning. Okay, thank you so much for watching this video, and my final pitch as always. So my prices are from September are $50 per hour, and till September, which is very short time, is still $30 per hour. So summer holidays, if you want to jump in, welcome. Also, I want to create community, as I said and write in my posts. But most likely I will focus to create community of people who want to learn chess seriously and to get real results. Initially I had this idea to make it cheaper, but I quickly understood, like from the comments, I will attract wrong people if I make a cheap price. I also had the idea to create affiliate program, and based on the comments, I also understood this is dubious idea because people simply misunderstand it's like a pyramid or like scam. I even got scam comments after a year of sharing value content, which is, in my opinion, absolutely outstanding content. And yeah, for free. Yeah, no any fees. And understand, guys, I have insane amount of chess skills to give 1,000 times more than I ask money. Yeah, if I ask for some money, I really can cover this money with my chess skills, like 100x. So there is no need to worry about scam because it's I have something to sell. I also wanted to give people opportunity to make money, but I feel it's dubious. Yes, it's dubious for many reasons, and unless inside my community people will ask for that, I won't publicly advertise it or promote it anymore. Okay, thank you so much for watching this video. Feel free to reach me out if you want to become a chess beast. Bye bye, Sexy Life from Cambodia. Okay, bye.